Hello Lorehounds, it's Cooper here for our first post on Champions Online Free-For-All. We're actually going over the archetypes for the game, which is the major difference between the free-to-play account and the old subscription base. And of course you can still subscribe, which eliminates this difference. So the main thing is, instead of being able to completely pick and choose your spells as you level, you have to choose from 1 of 10 archetypes to start your character. You can't change this later, and you're in this almost completely defined role. At later levels you're going to be able to choose between a couple different spells or abilities, but they're not going to drastically alter the way your character plays. Your character will play a lot like any other character built of this type. So each one kind of has the same layout. As you progress, you get a new spell at certain levels. As you can see for the specialist here, you get to choose between 2 different spells late in the game. These are your main defining features, and it's not that drastic. Now, what does remain the same is your actual look and feel of the character. And to be quite honest, this is really what Champions Online kind of is about. This was the biggest aspect of the game for most players back in the day. Your archetype is obviously important because it differentiates you so much, but for a lot of people, being able to create such a radically different looking character was even more important. You can go online and see all sorts of crazy pictures from any Marvel or DC character up to, once again, the randomize function is there, and that's just kind of generic. Most people may, unless you have a specific thing in mind, you can start with that and then pick and choose after you find a solid beginning point. And again, every drop-down list, every kind of modifier from color to, you know, head type, face type, pre-generated thing still remains for the aesthetics of your character. I don't even know how many options you end up getting in the end, but it's easily in the millions from all these different options. You can check just between the sliders alone and then the drop-down list and then changing colors and stuff like that. It gets absolutely ridiculous. To be quite honest, it's not as bad as I originally thought. There's a good diversification between the archetypes, and you can still, you're not making your own character as much as you were before, but you can still at least have that feel. And again, it's free to play, and they don't fleece you on other things. You can see I actually started off with this boilerplate female, and just going through this video choosing different things, she already looks drastically different than what I started with when she had the satellite on her back and she was green and stuff like that. And now she looks more your superhero type with a, you know, typical color scheme and stuff. But I decided to add a bunny tail that's metal, and she has zombie legs with clown feet. I still don't agree with hiding the best aspect of the game, but we'll see how it plays out for Cryptic Studios.